I don't know what was said. I really care less about what they're saying over there. I don't even know half those guys' names. I'm just focused on, winning this game and moving on. I mean, it's gangster in everybody, you know what I'm saying? But, a lot of people chirping and a lot of people are really about it. Seriously? Oh, I know the fans are going to be rowdy. I know y'all going to be off the chain. I know how y'all get down. So, I'm just going to plug in tomorrow and get it enthused with you. So it's all good tomorrow. It's going to be a riot in here. It's going to be a complete riot in here. So, might have a couple cops, a little extra riot gear on, who knows?
In L.A., playing for the Clippers. Got to put an asterisk next to that because other than that, Andre Miller has had a stellar career.
Well, 2 years ago, he led the league in assists at almost 11 a game. Here's Sprewell. In and out. And it's Camby with a rebound. Camby's done a great job all season on the glass for Denver.
And Denver's done a good job of limiting Minnesota to one shot down the floor.
Marcus Camby has revitalized his career this year in Denver.
Nene inside. Nice move in the paints. And it's a one-point game. So the big opening run by Minnesota when they led by as many as 7. But now it's Denver on a run of their own. Garnett draws a lot of blue jerseys. And out to Sprewell. 3.
They're just bombing away from the outside.
You're talking about a guy who's been hot from behind the line. Sprewell's been shooting it well all series.
Miller almost rebounded his own miss, but it's Cassell, and he's fouled by Camby, who knew that the Timberwolves had numbers. And he picks up his first foul. But to open the game, Sam-I-Am Cassell, 3 straight from different spots on the floor to give Minnesota the opening lead. 4th member of our team, a home game for her, Michelle Tafoya.
Yeah, but at Game 4 in Denver, it was Latrell Sprewell and John Barry who really got into it after the game. These two were teammates for one season in Golden State. You might not have known that from this picture, jawing a little bit. John Barry is getting booed here in Minnesota every time he touches the ball. But he told me that this was nothing but good theater. And tonight you see them chatting. He said, I'm going to tell Latrell Sprewell, hey, that was good theater after Game 4, wasn't it? We got a lot of mileage out of it. He said if Latrell Sprewell agrees with him, great. If not, they'll see how it goes from there. But so far, things have been amicable between the two of them.
John told us after practice, I said, man, we were just putting on a show. Minnesota had the show going early to lead by 7, but Denver has cut it as close as 1. Garnett has yet to score until now. Kevin Garnett averaging over 25 points a game in the playoffs. He is the highest remaining playoff scorer now that Dirk Nowitzki and Dallas were eliminated last night. Leonard. This time he misses, and Sprewell with a rebound. Garnett's going to drive for this one and throw it home. Woo. That was a man dunk.
To say the least. Are you kidding me? That took my breath away. That was absolutely amazing. He just dunked on everybody in the paint, even his own teammates.
Barry, great drive, and draws a foul.
He got his steps together and dropped that ball from St. Paul. Look at this move. Nice little up faking. Oh, my goodness. Straight underarm for Nene. Oh, my goodness. So you got to wipe a little orange off your face.
From floor cam, it comes right down on top of you.
That's like when somebody just puts it in your mouthpiece.
John Barry.
It doesn't get any worse than that.
John Barry's at the free throw line. John Barry's at the free throw line after scoring in the lane there a moment ago, and he just looked over at us as they have a pretty good chant going that has something to do with John and what he does. And he looked over, and he pretended to wipe away tears from his eyes like the crowd was getting to him.
That dunk was amazing.
Well, that just shows you the athletic ability of a big guy. I mean, 7 foot, starts in the three-point line, puts it on the floor, raises up, and dunks on you hard.
All 10 starters in the ball game are in the scorebook. Sprewell, here's the matchup against Barry, and He won that, but didn't get it to go, and Camby will clear the glass.
Beautiful rebound by Marcus Camby. He's been able to control the glass all year long for the Denver Nuggets.
Averaged over 10 rebounds a game.
Nuggets got to do a better job defensively, though. They're allowing him to make shots from the three-point land, and they're allowing him to get into the paint and get to the basket.
How about Camby there? Had great position, just tipped it in.
He's so long and athletic. You got to put a body on him. Very adept at following up offensive shots, putting it back. Guy's so athletic around the bucket.
Sprewell drives again. Everybody hits the deck.
Here you see John Barry on the free throw line. They're chanting. They're all over him.
And there John does the I'm really crying over this.
He's been through too much to let chance bother him.
Exactly.
Must not have got all the tears out because he missed the free throw.
Minnesota leads by 4. 3:25 remaining first quarter. Miller, a nice job on Cassell there. Sprewell got Barry in the air and knocks down the jumper.
Great job by Cassell, taking the double team off the screen and roll, backing out of it and finding a Sprewell coming off the weak side for a jumper.
That was like the clinic there. Little up fake, put the ball on the floor. Nice offense by Latrell Sprewell.
Aloha Candy in for Minnesota for the first time. Sean Leonard trying to get away from Trent Hassel and can't, and Hassel gets a rebound.
Yeah, there you see Hassel playing that kind of defense that Cassell was talking about.
Another heat check for 3.
Get excited, Spree!
The lead swells to 9.
Sprewell coming off the screen. Beautiful up fake. Puts it on the floor one time, then starts talking trash to his old teammate, Marcus Camby.
And then from three-point land, where Minnesota has outscored the Nuggets by a dozen from outside the arc, and that one gives the Wolves their biggest lead. 2:47 remaining first quarter. Timberwolves now by 9.
Holla!
Go Elson, who was talking about Kevin Garnett with this quote, "It's a cheap shot by a low-class player, low-class type of player. I don't do that. That's gay on his part. I told him he was gay for touching me in my private parts." This is a quote from him. I don't care about him. There's going to be retaliation on our part. Now, obviously, that's something that he wanted to take back, at least from the standpoint of he didn't apologize to Kevin Garnett. But when the gay and lesbian community, quite frankly, in the city of Denver and around the country heard about that, they weren't too happy. So he did issue an apology for his statements following the game and the confrontation with Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett, meanwhile, said, "You know what? I don't know half the guys in their locker room. I could care less what he said."
Can't believe Sprewell has to get in between them. Like he's saying Sam talks too much.
Yeah, you know you're out of control when Sprewell's your mediator.
Garnett knocks it down from the outside. The lead is up to 13. And again, the crowd comes to life for the Wolves. Camby, nice reverse layup.
That was funny, man.
Cassell trying to get around Leonard, and he draws another foul.
Yeah, once Sam gets his shoulder past you, game over, and you're in a lot of trouble.
Minnesota has an 11-point lead. In Game 4, Sam was going to take the ball out of bounds and actually sort of push Jeff Bzdelic, and I think that's, I'm sorry, Coach, I didn't know it was you, but it just shows the intensity of what this playoff has become. He had the 40-point game in the opener, then 12 and 10 in the middle 2 games, 15 in Game 4, and tonight he's lit it up for 15 already, and we still have 8:51 to go in the half.
I know, I was excited here. I was with Sean trying to get in the front seat of the car to get here this afternoon to the arena. This is high intensity here. This Minnesota crowd's been waiting for this moment a long time, and they want in the worst way to move on and get out of this first round.
I just love the way the guy was dancing during the break.
Yeah, you may have seen that in our billboards there before Kevin in the studio. That guy, I think he's got a permanent spot on the dance line here for Minnesota.
I was about to say, Brad, control your relatives.
The Timberwolves have never trailed. Their biggest lead is what they have right now. Garnett. Nice move on the baseline, and then one too many steps. Sixth Minnesota turnover. I think if you told the Timberwolves they'd have a 13-point lead with 8 minutes to go in the half and Kevin Garnett wouldn't be the major factor, he certainly has been so far. Those are the best numbers in the playoffs. Haven't needed it.
Those numbers are God.
They really are.
Well, you got two guys that are stepping up like they've done all season, Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell, who are just hot right now. And you know the big ticket KG is going to have his moments in this game.
Sprewell with a rebound off the Camby miss.
I know Camby's knocked down that top of the key jumper, but that time he's got to show KG the ball and go to the bucket.
Minnesota has another three. This one from Derek Martin. 6 out of 8 outside the arc. The Timberwolves lead by 16.
It's quickly getting out of control. Denver needs a good offensive possession.
And that wasn't it. Sprewell another rebound.
There's no way you can climb back into a ball game by coming down, making one pass, and taking a tough shot. Got to move that basketball. You got to do it collectively as a group.
Garnett, Camby on him. In the paint. Tough shot. Garnett's got 8. The lead is 18. Denver calls timeout again. Sprewell and Sam Cassell all in double figures as they have put together 43 of the team's points. In the playoffs, they're scoring 70% of the team's points tonight. They're on a 75% clip. Nuggets have the advantage in second chance points. They did a nice job in about the last 5 or 6 minutes of that second quarter to go on a run of their own and close the gap. I don't know if this has left the door open for Minnesota to stumble, but Denver made a nice run.
Well, Sprewell went out, and Denver made a 13-0 run to close the half, so they got their confidence back. They took a big hit by Minnesota, and they bounced back, so anything can happen.
When Sprewell went out, Sean, it kind of went downhill for Minnesota.
It really did, because he provided all the energy and all the emotion, but they need to rein a little bit of that in because they still have 24 minutes to play, and the Nuggets are closing.
Let's check in with Michelle.
Well, I asked Jeff Bzdelik what he expected from his team tonight, and he said, I never know what to expect from these guys. But he noted the discrepancy in free throws. 11 in the first half by the Wolves attempted, just 3 attempts by Denver. He said we need to drive and dive and attack the basket and get some easy buckets. He's probably not too unhappy with that shot by Cassell, but he said we gave up too many open looks early. I don't know why that is. We certainly didn't plan it, Brad.
Flip Saunders, on the other hand, has always said the most important 20 minutes in a game are the first 5 of the game, the last 5 of the second quarter, the first 5 of the third, and the last 5 of the fourth quarter. Well, the first 5 of the first quarter was awesome for them. The last 5 of the second quarter was terrible. And now we'll see how the first 5 of the third quarter goes.
Oh, because you're coming out of the locker room and you want to continue to set the tone. You don't want to come out and be lazy and bring no sort of energy at all.
Guys, you and I, the 3 of us went out on the floor at halftime, and the Timberwolves were out, I think, with 9 minutes left in the half to shoot. Apparently, Flip didn't have a lot that he needed to say or thought he had to say because they were out here early, Dan.
They were out here awfully early, and like you said, he must not have had much to say because they were cruising it along in this game. As you look at Hassel with his first bucket. So they came out early, and he's probably just told them, you know what, this first 5 minutes, like you said, is very important. Let's go out with the same aggressiveness and jump on these guys again.
And Denver turns it over.
They've turned it over twice here. You let Sam Cassell sneak in, taking that ball away from Marcus Camby. There are 4 Nuggets around. It's a 4-point swing there.
Camby with another rebound.
Cassell's trying to get out there and get this momentum turned their way in the third quarter, much like he did at the first quarter, but he's missed his first 3 shots here in the second half.
Andre Miller on the baseline, cut off by Cassell. 6 on the shot clock. He'll have to take the jumper there, and got it. Miller with 9.
This crowd has quieted down. Not the same type of spark or enthusiasm also by the Timberwolves.
Sprewell gave up a 3. And Hassel knocks down his second jumper of the third quarter.
Well, see, that's where the Nuggets really got to tighten up. They can't allow guys like Hassel and Irvin Johnson to continually provide supporting points.
Andre Miller's hit 2 in a row. List right now doing a variety of things and doing it very well to open this third quarter for Denver. He's hit from the outside from both ways. He's been the floor general out there, and he has 4 field goals in 5 attempts in this quarter alone, including that spinning move with a reverse layup, and he's got Denver back in the ballgame.
They're leading the team with 4 offensive rebounds, 10 for the team, which results in 15 second chance points for the Nuggets, which is keeping them in this game.
As an All-American for Rick Majerus at Utah, we mentioned a #1 draft choice, the 8th overall pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers, traded to the Clippers last July, and now here in Denver. Averaged 15 points on the regular season and 6 assists, and he's been the man here in the third quarter.
Well, Greg, you know you're allowing too many offensive rebounds when Earl Boykins has 6 for the series. He's only 5'5".
Sprewell had it halfway home, and Camby clears it off. That's 10 rebounds for Camby to go with his 13 points. Leonard is fouled inside. Let's check in with Michelle.
In the last huddle, guys, Kevin Garnett started to draw up a play on the whiteboard when he caught himself getting a bit fired up, so he dropped the whiteboard to the ground and sort of took a breath, and then Flip Saunders came into the huddle and said, look, let's get into our sets. We've turned it over 4 times here. We're trying to dribble through too many people, move the ball, and stay calm.
Good advice. And LeSean Leonard had an opportunity from the free throw line to make this a single-digit game, but that won't happen now, even if he hits the second. And he does rip the second. Leonard, who played his college ball here in Minneapolis at the University of Minnesota, has 14 points.
Well, give the Nuggets some credit. When they were down 26, it looked like they were dead.
No doubt. And I remember Thunder saying they won't quit, and they haven't. And here's Miller again. Miller with 10 in the quarter.
You don't think the Nuggets have a little bit of confidence now?
Let me tell you who's been a quiet influence out here is Doliak. And just on the screen and rolls, he's jumping Cassell hard, making him give up the ball, and that time Andre Miller gets the steal.
Last time it was under 10 points. There were 10 minutes left in the second quarter. It's under 10 here, 66-58. Hassel hit the side of the backboard, and Camby comes down with number 11.
But you're going to Trenton Hassel in the block when the Nuggets are making a run at you?
And your big 3 are out there. Denver not going away at all. Miller against Garnett. Not going to win that battle.
Take this ball to the bucket.
Camby got it, and he's fouled.
Every time the Nuggets go to the bucket, something good happens for them. It was in that first half when they started settling on outside jump shots. They lost their rhythm on the offensive end, and Minnesota was able to pull away. But look what's happening now. They're moving the basketball. They're right back in the ballgame.
A 7-0 run by Denver. They have stunned the sellout crowd in Minneapolis. The lead's down to 6. It might be 5 with the free throw when we come back.
And because the Nuggets have outshot them, they've got more attempts, and they're shooting the same free throw percentage. Just a huge disparity from the free throw line.
4 on the shot clock. Miller is going to have to let it fly. Just got it away, and he hit it just inside the three-point line.
Bad offense, but Andre Miller to the rescue.
Andre's got 19, 12 this half. Keeps it a 10-point game with just over 10 to go. Garnett over Doliak, counting.
And that's about all Doliak could do there. He forced him out on the perimeter. Garnett caught it, shot the turnaround. So just a great move by a great player.
But you got to make somebody else beat you, because Kevin Garnett gets 2 or 3 dribbles down in the block area. There's got to be some type of help that comes over.
Garnett's got all of Minnesota's points this quarter.
He's MVP.
A leadership role. Demanding the ball for moments like that and saying, there's just 8 more minutes. Give me the ball. 8.
Sam Cassell's 40 won the first one. They won the second one here at home, 95-81. It was a 20, 22, and 10 triple-double for Kevin Garnett. Then they lost in Denver, 107-86. That's when a lot of the talking started. Carmelo Anthony led the way for Denver in that one. And then in a tough, hard-fought, physical two-point battle in Game 4, it was Minnesota surviving behind it at Churchill Downs tomorrow. Minnesota's that close.
But he's not that small. He's 5'5", right?
Yeah.
So that's average height for the normal person. So you see what
5'5" is the average height?
about. So you see what the normal person come out of the stands would look like on an NBA court. How many times people tell me they see me in person, they say, I can't believe you're that tall.
Boykins trying to get around Hoiberg. Can't. Camby has to take the long shot with the shot clock winding down, and he knocked it home. Wow, what a game for Marcus Camby. It's probably going to be in a losing effort. We don't know yet, but
And Andre Miller's calling out for somebody to come double team the ball. They know they got to get this ball out of Sam Cassell's hands.
Cassell goes all the way to the hole with it. 20 for Sam. A timeout with 1:57 to go. Boykins boinked a three off the front of the iron. Minnesota will take its time.
The clock is their ally. Denver's looks like they've conceded already.
The fans are on their feet, and I doubt that you'll see them sitting down.
Sprewell on a fadeaway, and he got it. When they all score 20 or more, and I'm talking about Cassell, Sprewell, and Garnett, the Timberwolves almost always win. And now Sprewell's a free throw away from his 20th.
And you heard that noise, right? That was the door slamming.
A decade removed from the playoffs, the tremendous improvement from last year to this. Then even stealing a game. Well, you don't want to call it stealing a game. They hammered Minnesota in Game 3, lost a heartbreaker in Game 4. Then there was a lot of talk before it came back here on this Friday evening. And Minnesota 7 times has tried and 7 times has failed to get to round 2. They are 69 seconds away from taking that King Kong-sized monkey off their back. You couldn't go to the Como Park Zoo and find a monkey bigger than what Minnesota's carrying.
It's not a monkey,
history.
it's a silverback.
Right at target center, and it is gone. Kevin McHale can't even stand to watch in Denver as Minnesota headed to the locker room the other night after Game 4. Some of the fans were throwing beer on some of the Minnesota players, and as only Kevin McHale could put it, being a Minnesota guy, he said, you know what, in Minnesota, we don't waste good beer. Get out the walleye, the wild rice soup, and the cold beverages. Minnesota's Timberwolves are going to the second round of the playoffs. Our congratulations to them. The Sacramento Kings are next. Let the party begin in Minneapolis. Tough physical series. All the smack talk is behind them now. Minnesota appreciates that the Nuggets never gave up, and the Nuggets gave Minnesota all they had. Minus Carmelo Anthony tonight, they didn't have enough. But even with him, I think it was Sprewell, Cassell, and Garnett's time tonight.